Hey friends, Josh Koerner here today. I'm looking forward to talking to you about audio for your YouTube videos. Audio is a key component in the filmmaking process, perhaps even more important than the visuals. Good audio will keep a viewer watching even if the visuals are bad, and vice versa. You'll probably lose a viewer to bad audio, even though you had great visuals. So how can you achieve good audio for your YouTube videos, especially like on a budget? This and the other review that I've shot for the Benro video monopod with the S2 head are part of a new series that I'm making for small creators, how to get into YouTube, how to really kick it off and take it to the next level. So check out that playlist. It'll be linked somewhere. So many microphones exist in the market space today, many levels of quality, many different types. There are really only two different types of mics that you need to think about: shotgun mics and lavalier mics. Let me walk you through some brief usage cases. A shotgun mic like the Rode Video Mic series, the Sennheiser MKE 400 or the Shure VP83F will be the single most versatile and useful microphone that you can buy right out the gate. It includes like the Rode Video Micro. Shotgun mics will be used by run and gun filmmakers, by vloggers, and by people who, quote, just talk to camera. These kinds of microphones do best in fairly well-controlled soundscapes, but also where there is an opportunity for too much echo. However, because they're so easy to use and their directionality gives you a lot of control over the audio, you'll find yourself using them frequently and getting really usable results in more complex soundscapes, depending of course on what you're expecting and what you want. Lavalier mics like the Asden EX503, Rode Link, or the SmartLav Plus are much more useful for specific circumstances, but they are a little bit more of a hassle. Devices like the Asden EX503, like I'm using right now, will also need something like an audio recorder like my Zoom H1. These include talking to camera and keeping the vocal audio clean in both controlled and uncontrolled circumstances. For interviews where you can't really get your shotgun mic too close to the interviewee, trying to sync multiple angles up with your audio, or where you can't set too much stuff up like a dedicated mic stand, are all great opportunities for lavalier microphones. Weddings also. I want to bust in here really quick. You can find all of the products that I'm talking about through Amazon affiliate links down below. Those will give me a small commission at no extra upcharge to you if you choose to get any of those through those links. So let's run through some quick audio tests. You've been hearing me through my Asden EX503 and my Zoom H1, but now you're going to be hearing me through my Rode Video Mic Pro. It's been a faithful device for years, with incredible battery life and nuance and sensitivity in the sound reproduction. However, a device like the Asden EX503 is always going to pick up cleaner vocal audio, with solid representation of both highs and lows, despite being a single channel omnidirectional microphone. You can fill left with right or right with left in post, for example, and that kind of brings it all together. I'll be switching back and forth between the two for the rest of the video to give you a better idea of what they both sound like in this fairly uncontrolled soundscape. I mentioned earlier my Zoom H1, and I want to talk about both the brands Zoom and Tascam as regards sound recorders and their utility and where they fit in this space. So there are basically two kinds of recorders, just like there's two kinds of audio: 3.5mm and XLR. I've mostly covered so far, or rather entirely covered, 3.5mm audio devices because they're cheaper and more accessible. XLR will always give higher audio fidelity and quality over 3.5mm, just like .wav files give over .mp3 files. Devices like the Zoom H1 are very useful. For example, I wouldn't be able to use my lav mic without it. So while wireless kits will always be more useful, especially because they feed straight into the camera, I can go as far away as I like and never experience interruption for any reason other than battery failure or a full SD card. Also, the Asden EX503 and the Zoom H1 at $130 is a much cheaper way to improve your vocal audio quality than something like the Rode Link that costs $400. Additionally, it's way cheaper than, a full mic stand setup with a really expensive XLR microphone into like a Zoom H4. However, the advantages to those other setups are substantial, and you will get much higher quality audio out of it. What I want to leave you with though is that paying attention to audio will be a better service to yourself and will give more advantage to you over a shiny new camera. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention with this video. Check out, like I said before, those Amazon affiliate links in the description. Those will give me a couple pennies on the dollar. Really appreciate that. And also check out my LUT packs through my Etsy store, also linked in the description. I grade all of my films, all my YouTube videos with those LUT packs. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what you all think about those. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you in the next